First thing to say is a shutdown is really a project, and like any project, you want to be able to measure the success of that project. And I think for any plant, there are a couple commonly found criteria for the success of a shutdown. So like any project, a shutdown needs to be evaluated. You need to be able as a plant to determine if you met all the targets that you were aiming for. And the first one obviously is the scope. So you have a set scope for the shutdown. The first question is, have you actually been able to do all the work that you're planning to do, all the testing, all the inspection that you were required? The second question and third question would obviously be, have you been able to do that on time and on budget, bearing in mind that any delay will cost you a lot of money, and obviously you need to be as much as possible close to the initial budget. The final point that is really important when you're concluding a shutdown is that when you're actually finishing the execution, you need to make sure that everything that's been done, the inspections, the testing, the servicing of the equipment is properly documented, so that in the future when you're planning the follow-up shutdowns, you will have a good record of what's been done and what hasn't been done. Another important point is that you need to find a way to gather all the recommendations that were given by the people involved on site and to integrate that into your follow-up maintenance. And one good way to do so is to gather summaries of all the recommendations and include it directly in your computer system so that you can then know what was recommended this year when you're planning the next shutdown in 2025. So as you're planning the shutdown, our experts are there to help you at each step. For example, during planning, we can support you in identifying the condition of the valve, selecting the scope, finding the optimal scope, finding different solutions, the best solutions that match your objectives for the shutdown, as well as making sure that delivery times match the schedule. It's really important that everything be delivered on time and that there be no delays. Afterwards, we can help you in planning the execution, making sure that everything is in place, agreeing communication, and during the execution, having daily follow-up on progress and updating you on the status of the equipment and of the repairs. After the shutdown, we can support you in follow-up, going through the recommendations and lessons learned to really ensure that you can implement all the recommendations that our experts have given in your daily maintenance and future planning of the next shutdown.